changed now because of KENDRiCK MEEK. Who was it who wrote the bill, wrote the constitutional amendment to change that? It was KENDRiCK MEEK.
Yeah.
Who was it who put together the coalition that got 53% of the vote to accomplish that? It was KENDRiCK MEEK. Who was it who defended that in court twice? Who was it?
KENDRiCK!
So who was it who deserves the credit for making sure that the next generation has a good education? Who?
KENDRiCK!
All right, now, the other side, they feel differently about this. They elected a president who asked a very poignant question: is our children learning? So you know how they feel about education. But we care about education. We want our children not to get a factory education. We want our children to get a 21st century education.
That's right.
We understand that it's not enough just to read and write and count in the 21st century. You need to know more than that in order to be able to compete. And the reason why our children are learning today in Florida, in Central Florida, in Orlando, all through this area is because of
KENDRiCK!
All right, so it's my honor and my pride to welcome to my home in Orlando, and your home as well, a great congressman, a great state senator, the first African-American captain of the Florida Highway Patrol. I give you now
KENDRiCK!
Glad to be here, and I just want to thank you all for coming out in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And this really means a lot to me, and I know that this is a very high occasion for my campaign and my candidacy, and the work is so deep. We have so many people that are unemployed right now, that so many of you work day in and day out to make sure that we provide opportunities for them. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here. I know some of you worked shifts that were last night, and you're here today with us, and I want to thank you. I want to, my good friend Alan Grayson, who we both have kids, and we're both excited about going to fight for Floridians every day in Washington, D.C., introduced me here today. But I'd like to bring on my wife, Leslie, who was up here earlier. Leslie, we can give her a round of applause. I have my son that's here, KENDRiCK Jr., son around here somewhere. He was out in the bus earlier. And my daughter, Lauren Meek, who's around here somewhere. I guess they're both out in the bus, kind of staking out their area. But I want to thank my good friend Gary Siplin that's here, Senator Siplin. He was just, oh, there he is. Gary, I want to thank you. Gary Siplin was a part of my campaign when I ran for the State House of Representatives, and he was at that kickoff some 16 years ago, and I'm glad you're here for the kickoff of the bus tour today. Also, we have State Representative Geraldine Thompson, who's here. Thank you so very much for being here. And I'm excited that you're here, and we have others that will be coming, and also Democratic leadership is here. Ladies and gentlemen, this bus tour is the real Dem Express. I think it's important when you're running the Democratic primary, the first requirement is that you have to be a Democrat. I am so glad that you're here to not only validate my Democratic credentials, but you're also here to let Floridians know that I am the candidate that will stand up for the middle class, that will make sure that we bring about tax cuts, make sure that we fight against high credit card fees, make sure that we work with President Obama in turning this country around for the betterment of I look forward in 20 cities, including this one that we will visit on this bus tour over the next 10 days. of sharing vision and leadership with the people of the state of Florida and talking about not temporary jobs, but permanent jobs for the people of the state. That's diversifying our economy and working hard. This campaign has been about hard work. It's been about getting petitions signed, going throughout 67 counties, talking to city council people, talking to folks that are out of work, talking to people, waitresses in diners, and talking to fishermen, and talking to people that are hard hit by this economy on what kind of senator they need, what kind of help that they deserve, what kind of leadership that they need in the United States Senate. It's going to be a long tour. We're going to be up all times of night. We're going to end up in Jacksonville tonight.
Duval.
We're going to be in Duval, Duval in the house. But I leave you with this, that you will not have a person in the United States Senate that will work harder than me. That you will, that I will make you proud, that I will represent everyday Floridians, and that I will continue to fight against those individuals that set out to take advantage of not only seniors, but working people. I will make you that promise. I will work harder than any other senator when it comes down to creating jobs in this state. Because this campaign is about people coming together and supporting my candidacy because I give you a reason to vote. And I want you to remember, when it comes down to bringing our men and women back home from Iraq and Afghanistan, that you're not going to have a harder fighter on behalf of bringing families back together again. Even if you don't have a family member in Iraq and Afghanistan, you have a friend who has one. That's right. You go to vote for them. I understand what it means when a father or a mother or a niece or a nephew miss a birthday, what that means. When they miss a funeral, or they miss a wedding in their family. This has been going on for 10 years. It's time that we find the responsible way to bring our men and women home so they can be with their families. Our true commitment to our men and women in uniform is when they take that uniform off. And I know we have a lot of veterans that are here today. That's right. But we're going to have a lot of veterans coming home. Even here in Orlando, even with the new hospital that's being built right now, we have to make sure, and I will work hard to make sure, that when veterans come back, and even those veterans that are in the system now, that they're not left behind. Because when we fail our veterans, we fail military families. When we fail military families, we fail our communities. And when we fail our communities, we fail our state and our country. And I think it's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you know that I am dedicated of standing up for veterans and standing up for this state. So I need you. I need you now more than ever. It's time to get the vote out. It's time to make sure that those who need rise to the polls, that they get rise to the polls. And it's time to let folks know the truth about who's the real Democrat in the Democratic primary. So that we don't have to look up in the general election and wonder why elections are not being rigged. I want to thank the painters who allowed us to I want to thank the rest of the Labor family that's here, that's throughout this great area, Central Florida. And I want you all to be a part of our victory on the 24th as we march on to November the 2nd, where I can become your next United States Senator.